How we doing, guys? Welcome back to 62 Beer Reviews. Today is day 8 of the 12 days of Christmas beer. Checking out something a little different tonight. This is from Edmund's Oast out of Charleston, South Carolina. This beer is called Nightcap. Absolutely love the label art on here. Just very wintry, kind of like a winter village. I don't know. It gives me like Edgar Allan Poe vibes on it. So yeah, I don't know. Something about that. I love that label art. Very cool. This is, per the label, an ale brewed with cinnamon and nutmeg with chocolate and Madagascar vanilla beans added. Product of Charleston, South Carolina, clocks in at 6.3% ABV and was canned on October 29th. So we are about a month and a half old, so still plenty fresh. For the style, it just says ale, so I'm not sure this is, I'm assuming it's a dark ale, especially with the name of the beer. But yeah, just as something a little different. It's not a straight up Christmas ale. You know, when I was coming up with beers that I wanted to do for the 12 days Christmas beer, I wanted to mix them up a little bit, not do just straight Christmas ales um, every single day. So this one kind of stood out to me between the label art, the description of the beer. I thought it was a good wintry beer to check out. So that's what we're doing. Plus, it's been a while since I've had something from Edmund's Oast. I don't think I've reviewed anything from them yet. I was at the brewery over the summer in Charleston and had a great time. They make a lot of cool beer, just all kinds of styles. And yeah, this one I'm excited to check out. So off the pour, wow, it does smell very chocolatey. Off the pour, it kind of gives like a brown ale kind of color to it. Yeah, it's just very well, yeah, like it looks like a brown ale to me. It's not quite that like amber red amber ale, but it's also not super dark like a porter or a stout. Good finger worth of a nice, pretty creamy khaki colored head on there. Head seems to be sticking around a little bit. There's a decent amount of carbonation in the glass. Um, yeah, it looks like a chocolate beer to me. I don't know. Yeah, looks nice. Um, Previously, I've had brown ale from them. I wasn't a big fan of, from what I remember. I think it was because there was like lactose added to it. I'm not a big fan of lactose in my brown ales. It doesn't say anything about lactose in this one, just chocolate, Madagascar, vanilla. So let's get a nose on it. Yeah, super chocolatey. There's like this salted caramel thing going on too. Yeah, I get like big toffee, probably from the malt. The malts are helping out with that too. This beer, super chocolatey and like a cocoa powder kind of chocolate. But yeah, there's this big salted caramel thing going on. As far as the spices go, I'm not getting a lot of cinnamon or nutmeg. Wish I got a little bit more in the nose. Maybe we'll get a little more on the taste. Hopefully. Another note I'm getting, it smells kind of buttery. I don't know if that's like a diacetyl thing going on or what. I know sometimes brewers intend to have that kind of taste in your beer. Some don't, but yeah, a little buttery, toffee, chocolate, and not too much of the spices, but it smells pretty nice. So let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I get brown ale vibes with this beer. Yeah, it's like if you added chocolate and vanilla to a brown ale, but it's not overly sweet, not crazy dry either. I'd say like a medium light body. Wish I got a little more body with this beer. Chocolate really comes through, but it's more like a cocoa powder. And I wish it was more like a straight dark chocolate. So I feel like cocoa powder kind of adds to the sweetness. And I just don't think it pairs really well with beer. Yeah, it's a little bit watered down. Not a crazy complex beer at all. I wish like it hung around a little more on the finish. Um, it's not a bad beer by any means. I will happily finish this, but just not one of my favorites. To be honest, probably out of the past 8 days, 12 days Christmas beer, probably my least favorite. If I'm being honest with you, but it's still not a bad beer, you know. And all the other beers, I've absolutely loved every other beer that we've had. So, um, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. I'm sure a lot of people out there would enjoy this. I think it would work well, maybe a little higher ABV. Um, I don't know. I feel like it needs a little more richness and oomph to it. Because it kind of just like hangs around on your tongue for a second and then it just goes away. There's nothing real crazy about this beer, but it's still, like I said, not a bad beer. So I do love the label art though. Very cool label art. Their label art is awesome. Every single beer, very cool. Um, yeah, so I could just like stare at that, like just examine that label for the next like 5-10 minutes. I don't know, something about it. Very cool. But yeah. Anyways, that is Nightcap from Edmund's Oast Brewing Company out of Charleston, South Carolina. I'll have to review some more of their beers. I think right now I saw on UnTappd this beer had a little over like 300 check-ins. I'm sure this was their first time brewing it. And what was it at? It's like a 3.91, I think. I'd probably put it like 3.75 for me. Just doesn't really do it for me, but it's still not a bad beer, like I said. So, um, forgot to mention too the spices. Yeah, I really don't get the spices on the taste. I don't know. Wish I got more cinnamon. I can see maybe a little bit of cinnamon in there. Don't get the nutmeg. Yeah, wish I got a little bit more of the spices. But that's it. That is Nightcap. That is day 8 of 12 Days Christmas beer. I will say it's good. It's a good beer for Christmas. If you get tired of Christmas ales, you want to check something different out, I would recommend it. Worth a shot. So that's all I got, guys. I will catch you next time. Cheers.